Hey, welcome to my studio. If you're a Pink Floyd fan, this is for you. I get a lot of emails and questions, and people want to see things from my collection. So I hope I can answer some questions and maybe show you some cool things, and you might find it interesting. First of all, I'm going to show you the ticket stub for my very first rock concert ever. June 28th, 1975. Pink Floyd live at Iverwin Stadium in Hamilton. It was also my first road trip. I'd never driven on a highway, all the way down from Halliburton down to Hamilton. Got a flat tire and everything, and I still made it to the show on time. Here's a newspaper ad for that show, live in concert, Pink Floyd. At the bottom, dance, think pink, dance. So whoever wrote the copy for that had no clue about the band, because there was no dancing at that show. But the one that people want to ask about and find out the most about, here's my ticket to that show. And if you know your Pink Floyd, check the date. Wednesday, July 6th, 1977, Olympic Stadium, Montreal. $10. Yes, the spitting incident show. I was there. Talk about that in a minute. Here's my program. Ooh, I always love that album cover. Just so moody and cool. And it's got some great photos in it. I took my camera, smuggled it in. Wasn't supposed to do it, but I did, because I was a student studying audiovisual and photography. So I got some photos that night. If you know anything about cameras, this was taken with a Pentax SP1000 50mm lens. So this is not a telephoto. I was right at the bottom of the stage, so I had a pretty good look at what happened on stage that night. Yes, the spitting incident. If you have the bootleg of that concert, I can tell you exactly when the spitting incident happened. Why? Apparently, what I've heard is that somebody in the front row threw something, beer or something, at Roger, and he took offense, as you would. And when you're listening to the bootleg, listen to Pig's 3 different ones, and at the very end of the song, where you hear him call, come here boy, that's right, all is forgiven, and just as the music crescendo, so what's happening going on at the bottom of the stage, he says, here boy, and he's pointing to the kid, and the roadies lift him up by his denim jacket, so he's just about, stage is about here, until they just hold him up like that, and just as the music crescendos, whap! Roger lets a big wad of spit right in the face. Perfect shot. But meanwhile, I was just like, man, oh man, that's nasty. Not a lot of people saw it, because at the moment that was going on, the pig was flying overhead, and it's pig flying. A lot of people were into that, and so they didn't really see it. Something else that's interesting about that show is when I first got there, I made a beeline standing right in front of David Gilmour, because I wanted to get pictures of him. And I saw 2 photographers there, and they were with the press. And as soon as the first couple, I don't know, maybe the first song, they were gone, and it was just me. So as far as most people know, I have the only photos from that concert. I've seen photos from backstage, I've seen one photo from overhead before the show, but as far as actual concert photos from that particular show, as far as I know, as far as most people know, it's just me. So, I am sorry that I only took the 2 rolls of film. In fact, this book, Vernon Fitch's exhaustively researched book on the wall, when he was putting it together, he got in touch with me and he asked if he could use a couple of my shots. So you remember the shot I just showed you? There it is. There. Well, it doesn't have the other half. Oh, and that's mine too, that black and white one, picture of the crowd. Amazing. It was just amazing. 90,000 people at that concert. Yeah, it was nuts. A lot of people there firing off firecrackers, drunk. I saw the guy, the one who actually recorded the bootleg. I saw him wandering around. He had a big reel-to-reel tape deck, and it was like on a guitar strap hanging over one side, and he had his jacket draped over it. And he had microphones poking out of a baseball cap or something. It was just a surreal experience. That many people, that music, the inflatable stuff. I remember an inflatable refrigerator that burst open during dogs, and burst open, and all these snakes come out of it, and inflatable Cadillac. It was nuts. Along with you see the inflatable banker. You see that picture quite a bit. If you want to see the rest of my concert photos, go to davisvilleproductions.com, and on my links page, just look down there, Pink Floyd Live, Wray's photos, and it'll take you right to the Brain Damage website. Those guys did a terrific layout. And not only that, I do a song-by-song description as it goes by. So that could be a good companion while you're listening to the bootleg of that show. Not that I'm saying that I agree with bootlegs, but for archivist reasons, I think it's an important show to listen to. And when you put the two together and you can imagine what's going on, suddenly it makes more sense. Now that you know what was happening when he's going, come on boy, he's actually setting this kid up for his moment in fame. But anyway, I hope that has been interesting, and if you have questions, send them to me, and I'll deal with them, and we'll go from there. I do have other stuff. I got a lot more stuff, but that's enough for now. Thanks for listening.